Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh, we're a little bit squiff there, let me fix that. And we're taking a look at another HPA adapter, this one being the Airtac MP9 HPA adapter. This adapter is the variant that uses the shot shells. So you take these little, spring shotgun Simer shells that hold 30 rounds and you put them into the bottom of the mag, and then when you press the thing, it gets stuck. Let's try it again. Yeah, there we go. Should shoot it out like that. Now, you can get the MP9 HPA adapter variants in many different iterations. You can get it with, like a drum. You can get an M4 adapter. You can get an MP5 adapter. I went with a shot shell one just because it closely mimics the size of an MP9 mag. I don't know. I do have an MP9 mag. Where are they? There they are. Here we have it. So it's roughly about the same size, maybe a tiny bit longer. So we're going to give this a go today. We're going to exchange the feed lips, the gas router, and of course the valve at the back. And we're going to see how this thing performs. The mag I'm going to be using is a KWA one. I'm not sure whether you could use, I'm sure you could probably use VMP1 feed lips as well. But this is just the magazine I pulled up, so we have to empty the gas, which has only got a tiny bit in, which is good. We're going to take our valve key. We're going to strip the output valve from the back of the magazine. Just carefully make sure we retain all the O-rings like that. And hopefully today we have better results than the Glock one. It could have been user error, I'm not sure. I'm filming this on the same day, so we could already have some answers in the comments of that video. So before I put this in, they are dry, so let's let's sparingly put a little bit of one oil on there, like so. This is the simplest part, really. Just make sure you've got, if you haven't got a valve key tool, it's always good to have, especially if you're running gas blowbacks. If you're an AEG user and you've got no interest in gas blowbacks or running them, then yeah, probably not the not the tool that you need. But there we go. And then we're going to pop the pins out. Now I can't remember which way these come out. I'm not sure where my thin pin punch is. I don't know what I've done with it, so we're just going to roll with it. We're going to use a VMP1 short mag to tap these out. Is that out the correct way? Not sure. Let's try it the other way. See if this is a knurled pin or not. It doesn't look like it is, so I don't think it really matters. Unless the knurling's in the centre. So we pop those two pins out like that. We can pull these out or struggle and then have to use some pliers. One. I mean, even normally if these pins are the same size, I will keep them separate. Wow, that pin does not want to come out. There we go. So that was the rear pin. Once we've done that, we can simply pull off the feed lips and the gas router. What I would probably do, because this is dry, is just put a slight bit of oil on there, just to help with installation. And we can pop this onto the top of the adapter. It is very tight, so push it on all the way. Very tight indeed. Jesus. Are the holes lined up? Not quite. Needs to go back a little bit, down a little bit. There we have it. Let's punch the rear pin in first. Yeah, that's going in. And we're going to pop the front pin in as well. Super easy to do. You know, as long as you've got some basic tools, you could do this yourself. And then the first thing is we're going to check that we've got a seal on the mag. So just put our tank up here. And we plug in the adapter. Like that. No leaking as far as I can tell. Sorry if I went a bit silent there. Just checking it. First we're going to do a functionality check. We'll go first with the VMP1. So always make sure you cock it first before you put these adapters in. Works absolutely fine. Does it fire on auto? Does, but it's getting stuck. I think it was kicking that up somehow, maybe from the vibration. So the Vorsk VMP1 does indeed work. But the beauty about this adapter is what I bought it for. I bought it for the MP9, but we can use it with the other models. So that's what will happen if you don't cock it first. So you want to cock it first, always, to avoid a negligent discharge. And you can see there, it still looks kind of cool, doesn't it? You're going to have shot shells in there, but it looks like a normal MP9 mag. Might be getting a little bit of light striking. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn down the reg. That's too big of an Allen key, because the power has crept up a little bit. Let's give it a fire. So we're back to 120 psi. Seems to work okay. Nope. The MP9 adapter doesn't quite like working in an MP9. That's strange. We do have another couple of guns we can test. First being the Beretta PMX. Come on. It does go in if you hit it, and I don't recommend doing that though. Let's try it. Seems to work okay. Actually seems to work in that one the best. Just get it in and out. That's 2 for 2 adapters from Airtac that are tight. It could just be the Beretta though that's the problem. So works in the Beretta PMX, and of course, last but not least, the new GHM9 Gen 2. Cock it first. This will probably be a good thing. If it works, this will probably be a good way to run your GHM9 in, Gen 2 in, if you've got the metal upper. And I say wear it in because it's very scratchy. So, bit of a push, but it does go in. Seems to run fine though. Man, that thing's cool. That thing rips on full auto when it's got a good, a good source of air, shall we say. So very, very cool indeed. It runs on all guns. It runs on all guns. I swear I'm not trying to rhyme. It's like it comes naturally to me. We'll try putting a couple of BBs through this adapter. Strange how the gun I bought it for, which is the KWA or the KSC MP9, is the one gun it doesn't really like all that much. So we can, what we would do with this if you're using it on a game day, you fill this up, you prime the feed tube like that, so that's primed. You pop the shell out, and now when you put in a full shell, you're going to get 30 shots before you're empty. So that's loaded, ready to go. MP9. Fits in lovely. I mean, it does really fit in lovely, and the little notch fits really nice. It looks good. Semi-auto. Runs better when it's got rounds in. How weird's that? Spoke too soon. I think we're empty, but yeah, it's weird that if it's loaded, the MP9 runs okay. If it's not loaded, it runs like shit. Now, that could also be down to the fact I'm running the low power valve. That could be messing it up somehow. Let's go back to full auto and give it another go. Yeah, the MP9 doesn't like it at all for some reason. Might be catching that. I think that might be sat a little bit too high. What we can do, let me switch this out for the KSC follower and we'll see if that fixes it. Right, I've swapped the feeder, the feed lips and the valve out of the KSC mag to the KWA. The only thing I noticed was the front pin does sit loose compared to the KWA, but we'll give it a go, see if it's any better. No. Weird how the MP9 adapter doesn't work in the MP9 very well. However, in the Vorsk VMP1, okay. Do we have a block barrel? No. That was weird. The VMP1 seems to kick up the slide release. But works absolutely fine. Sorry, headphone users. So yeah, the only gun that this doesn't really work very smoothly in is the actual one that I intended to buy it for. So crazy. I'm not really sure. We could try VMP1 feed lips, which I don't really know what that's going to change. They're very, very similar, just made out of plastic instead of metal. It seems to work in every other gun apart from this one. Could it be the gun? Maybe. Maybe that could be a thing. So yeah. If any of you guys run this, let me know in the comments below if you've experienced anything like this. But apart from that, it's a very cool adapter. The adapter is fairly loose. Does it need tightening up? Is it loose? I'm really not too sure. Airtac, if you're watching this, is this normal? The base is very loose. So yeah, we'll leave it there. And then obviously the next time you see me messing with adapters, it's going to be on the MP7, because I picked up one for the Marui MP7 as well. Can I release these BBs? yeah, it's nice that they've added that feature in. Hope you've enjoyed this. Any questions, put them down in the comments below. Any ideas, put them down in the comments below. And as always, from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next video. Team Chaos Bench.